They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. They'll run it now out of the gun. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Edwards. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, quick. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you. Shift.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Mike's Bobo. Switch up. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Lady.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy wants you back.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. On third down, quick, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
15. Hero 15.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And perhaps now close to the first points of this division. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check it back, check it back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
49, guys. Mike. Blue dot, perfect. Pulls together. Check 26.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Shift. 15.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got 15. Back. Hey, Ripley. Let's go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 13. Check.
15.
Check.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. Looking long for Westbrook. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more.
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Andy Isabella, 65 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll try and throw for it here. The open man is Westbrook. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From midfield, here's Mahomes. That one complete. He finds Sharp. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it in out of the gun. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Rolling to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Cut. Check nickel.
15.
Big Ed.
Attack.
61. Matchbox, right.
Now Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The open man is Smith. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Attack.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid. General, West,
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 15 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
49, check 49.
Now they try the right side here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Hey, wahoo!
Check flag 47. Check flag 47. Not today, you are. Not hey, 80. 47's the mic.
Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56. Check 56.
Kamara trying to right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Quick. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
Go, go, go.
They'll try and run for it, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. No dice for Sean McDermott in the offense. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Fight on these two, fight on these two. Let's go, Lou, Eddie. Collect, collect.
Joker, Joker,
Mahomes now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Come on, Eddie.
He's not going to get me. Kill, kill, kill.
Yellow.
Kill, kill, kill.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Hey, 57, 57.
On 2nd down now. Quick. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Jaguars on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Quick, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Andy Isabella, 83 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. The Bills say they have it, and they do. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now...
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. They'll run him now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd down, Kamara. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop him with 14 seconds to go in the game. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this one is right through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.
You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this.